could just be washing a dish. I could be laying down, whatever like that. Here he comes just looking at me. And I'll be like, what the hell you looking at? Right? And I know, okay, we probably haven't done it in a while. I'm like, okay, he fiending for a nicer, funnier term. He's
Hi, I'm Marquise,
and this is your one and only favorite Taylor.
and welcome to the You Stuck With Me podcast.
You stuck with me.
In this podcast, you get to learn about our relationship, the ins and outs, and everything that happens in between.
Basically went through the sickness and the health, and almost death do us part before we said I do.
And she's stuck with me, I'm stuck with her, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
And now y'all stuck with us.
Episode starts right now. Just to get my attention, send a note and a drink. When we made our connection, she just nodded and winked. On this letter it said, it's time that we get together. Let's dance now, hook up later, we can do whatever. She had confidence. It's all part of the game. 'Cause to her, who I'm with don't really mean a thing. She know what I like, and now I'm thirsty for more seduction. Sexy erotic, how you rocking your body, do it, baby. You gon' make me do it to you. Seduction, sexy erotic, how you working your body, do it, baby. You gon' make me do it to you. Okay, I'm done. Beautiful, how you feeling?
Baby, you play too much. Too much. Got me all
I got
hot.
you. I got you in heat now. All of that for my people.
Don't do that. This is a family show.
Right. I need all that love on me.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Marquise.
It's your one and only your favorite Taylor.
And welcome back to the You Stuck With Me podcast.
You stuck with me.
So beautiful, how do you feel other than
I'm
me?
hot.
I need your body.
Would you stop?
That's what happens when y'all get married, y'all.
It can't be. I don't know. I'm having one. It's hot up in here.
That you don't
Steve, this not funny. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hey y'all, how's it going today? I mean,
I'm
you
hot.
can just kind of see how it's going.
So while my wife tries to cool down a little bit, in this episode, we're going to talk about seduction in a relationship. This is going to be a fun topic.
It's already to a start because, baby, I'm hot. I wasn't planning all this. Got my rolls sweating.
I know. Don't mind us, y'all. No, actually mind us. Humor us.
Oh, God. This is a family show.
Not today. But no, but in this episode, y'all, so we're talking about something that we never talked about. We're talking about seduction in a relationship and why it's important and the fun parts about it. So, babe, to open up, what are your thoughts about seduction? What's the first thing you think of when you hear that word?
Hot. Because what you just did, I don't know. I don't know if it's the singing, the Barry White tone. I don't know. I was fine before this. And then you started singing it after it's over. I got hot. My rolls sweating. You probably like that, like a buttery biscuit or something. I don't know.
Hey, you already know what I like, so.
Oh, Lord.
But
I only got one rib, dog. I don't understand.
but okay,
I guess you like short ribs. I don't know.
That's why I call you rib tip.
Well, you getting a spicy rib tip. You making this a spicy rib tip, okay?
Hey, I'm cool with that.
Oh, Lord. Anyway.
But so you say when you hear the word seduction, you think of hot.
No, I was just being funny because I am hot. I don't know. I think like, a cool, mystique, flirtatious type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
Okay, so when I think of the word seduction, I think of romance. I think of intimacy. I think about getting it in. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because when you
wait, you gotta warm up first. You just don't go ahead and put that in there.
Look. This is the episode.
Oh my gosh.
No, but seriously. So when I think of seduction, I think it as a form of foreplay. you guys you both have the same thing on your mind, and I think seduction works in multiple ways depending on who the couple is. So one thing I like about seduction, like you said, about being flirtatious, especially with your spouse or your significant other, and the way that you guys have your own, for lack of better words, I'm gonna say your own. You read each other's body language. That's the word, body language.
Body to body, cheek to cheek. So for more. Oh wait, man.
Exactly, but you want to get on me. Yeah, yeah.
We mean I could still get on you. You know what? Let me not set myself up. Go
'Cause you
ahead.
definitely was
Go
about to.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, but so with seduction, I think that it's very important that when you're talking, I mean, not talking, but when you're interacting with your spouse, I think it's important that both of you uh, have times when you initiate sex, or whatever the ending goal is. Because sometimes seduction may just be. I like this, delayed seduction, and what I mean by that.
What is delayed seduction?
So
delayed seduction.
So delayed seduction, I actually just recently found this term, is when it's part of foreplay. So when you're building up the intensity and the excitement before you go ahead and you guys, have sex. So it could be anything. It could be just a touch, a look, a gesture. Like I'm gonna give an example. So we had a conversation the other night where you were telling me that now you're in a space where you like to see me do certain things, like washing dishes or taking out the trash.
Hold on, because I was like, wait a minute, where you going with this? Okay, what conversation?
No, so
I'm childish. I can't take
nothing serious. Yeah, I know. No, but we were having this conversation. You were saying now that you're at a point where you like to see me doing things like taking out the trash, washing dishes.
I'm at that point in my life. I'm that wife where you want to turn me on, go ahead and wash a dish or something without me telling you. Or like you see in those reels of content creators that's married, the wife comes in like, babe, did you take out and then shows the empty garbage can. Or babe, do you mind loading the dishwasher before she even says it that,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you know what? That after having that conversation, it made me think about it as not only as foreplay, but as a form of seduction. And it's like, and I'm gonna give you an idea. I'm gonna draw a picture for you.
Well, I was getting ready to say before you continue to that, I think my love language have changed a little bit. To me, that's like acts of service.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
When you explain it to me, that makes sense, and we're gonna get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna paint a picture. Of course, you said you like to see me washing dishes or taking out the trash or anything else, right? So a form of seduction that I could add to that element is you see me washing dishes or taking out the trash, but I'm wearing a beater or I'm shirtless. Or like I know you like sometimes you like when I'm doing something and I'm really like trying to focus and I start sweating and all that stuff. You just like see me sweating and just like
it depends what you do.
Yeah, it depends on what I do, obviously.
Okay.
But it's just, seeing me doing that or just working in general. And it's like, that's something that turns you on. So I could use that as a form of seduction for me to, for me to, be flirtatious with you or get your attention or get you in that mood.
But it's how you do it.
Exactly.
Because you play a lot. You play a lot. So it's like when I gotta decipher sometimes. Like, is he being for real or is he playing with me?
Yeah, I see why. Knowing my personality, so I get why you say that.
Yeah, you play all day.
And I also think that how I also learned how you try to get my attention. Like, come on, let's do the thing.
That's you.
No, you send signals too.
I don't send no signals like that. Come on, like, no, I don't do that.
That's
a Marquise thing.
It's an example.
Okay, but that's a horrible example for me. I don't do that.
Let's tell it from your point of view.
Okay, you know what I do? I learned this from Tyra Banks. I do a smize. I'm gonna learn y'all something today. Okay, this my look.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's me.
And the thing about it, if she did a walk with that, I would lose it. If she did a certain walk, develop one, I don't care what it is. If you do that and with the
Baby,
look,
I ain't doing no bow leg walk.
no, just that give a flirtatious walk and then give me that look. I'm like, let's go.
That's a better example of me. Ooh. See, he trying
He
to
ain't
look.
Look, he ain't, good time, Usher.
Oh Lord.
No, but
Hot all over again.
you know it's part of seduction, right?
Continue on with your thoughts, sir.
So
I'm just trying to get some air.
you,
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
some water?
Air.
I'm not trying to be funny, but you want some?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
But I think it's important that
Thank you.
both sides are able to seduce and be able to get that reaction and attention out of their significant other spouse, especially if it's something that they say that they want and need.
I can agree with that. Steve, what do you think?
So what I think is it just depends on kind of the scenario. Like for me personally, can I be seductive in certain situations? I mean, I've been single for a while, technically. You know, I think that for me, seduction looks a lot like just being transparent with like what I want, honestly. And cuz like I don't necessarily like I don't know, it's kind of hard to like it's like a throwback for me now, so I got to like dig into my memory. But it's like a lot of the time it would be like I'll just like kind of like what Marquise was saying, like long term. What'd you say? What'd you say? Like delayed
seduction.
Yeah, it's like it's a build up. Like let's say we're spending the whole day together. It's like I'm not just gonna be like, oh well, let's just have sex right now. It's gonna be like, well, no, let's build up to that moment, and then it'll be better for both of us. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, a touch here and there, or maybe a smack on the butt, or we'll do something like cook a meal together. It's like the whole thing behind like a date. Like I feel like a date is seduction, really, especially with your significant other, or like a game night or a movie night or whatever. It's like you could rush to the end, but then it's like you lose out on a lot of the potential of how it could have been way more intimate. That's the word. Because like when you're thinking of like sex, you're thinking about intimacy. So you want to get to the most intimate point you can, where you both are about to be like, man, I just like need this person now. But both of you have to be on that same page, or else it's just awkward and weird. I feel like is it in a marriage where it's like one person just wants it way more than the other? Is it awkward even in a marriage?
You know what? I don't think it's awkward, but I think that after a while, you know your spouse, and you know when they need that. You need to scratch that itch. For clean purposes.
Clean purposes is crazy.
But you know what I mean. No, but you after a while, like, hey, it's about that time. Let's go and take care of business. And you're gonna it's something.
Word gets trash with this.
Okay, then you break it down the way that you want to break it down.
I'll do it when I answer the question. I'm just saying.
No, but you're gonna learn your spouse, and then you're gonna know, and it's not gonna be awkward in the long run. I mean, your bodies are gonna change, so it's not gonna be consistent like that all the time. But you eventually you'll know when they say, "Hey, I need this at this time. I need this right now."
Okay, Steve. So you know me. I give you two types of answers. So which one you want? You want the honest, real, true answer, or you want me to give you the nice married wife
I want
answer?
The truest answer possible.
Okay, cool. So I wouldn't say it gets awkward. It can get annoying sometimes. Though, and what I mean by annoying is I might not be feeling it. I might not be feeling like I'm cute, whatever like that. And Marquise will tell you, I might not be feeling my best, and he over here just staring at me like he is now.
That's because I'm listening.
I'm just saying as an example. He'll stare at me like he's listening now, but he'll stare at me like I could just be walking around. I could
lick his lips. So.
Oh Lord!
Why you lie like that? I did not do that.
But he could just be. I could just be washing a dish. I could be laying down, whatever like that. Here he comes, just looking at me, and I'll be like, "What the hell you looking at?" right? And I know, okay, we probably haven't done it in a while. I'm like, okay, he fiending for a nicer, funnier term. He's fiending. Uh, Jodeci fiending,
You got me
or
feeling.
no, not fiending, jonesing. Now that's an old school one, jonesing for me. And it could get annoying from me. But women, we are emotional. We could be emotional and complex, right? And then even for those who are not married, like if we're dating somebody, right? After a while, if we ain't feeling it, we just not feeling it. And it's how can I put it? The saying guys have, or when women would say about guys, they think with their head, not their head. Same thing with women, but a different extent. I'm not saying we got a head, but if we don't feel it here, we're not gonna feel it here too.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what? And this is something that we discussed the other night too. Excuse me.
you just telling all our pillow talk. You see him
But
how
no, but
rude he is. No, I'm just playing.
you play too much. But it was one of the things I was saying about. I heard from a friend I went to school with. She told me that, oh, it was in conversation. I just happened to be around her. She said that if you can stimulate my mind, you can stimulate my spine. And I never forgot that because it was the first time I actually heard it at that time. And then more I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of truth to that because, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think a lot of women or any women like guys who don't know how to speak to them or just speak in general.
I can't make that blanket statement
I mean,
for all women. I know me personally, that was one of my things. You need to be able to hold a conversation with me.
mm-hmm.
And I mean hold a conversation. I'm talking about beyond like, hey, queen, or grand rising queen, what you doing? And then that you need to give me something.
So in other words, and I'm going to bring this in. We use you see this term all the time, sapiosexual. It means that they're turned on by your mind.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say that. But did that answer your question? Did I answer your question pretty
Yeah,
much?
and it led
Okay.
me a little bit to another question because I remember I was in a relationship where this is my last real long term relationship. We were together for 3 years. Things kind of became really oriented towards the whole seduction and sex thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But then like I started to realize like, man, this girl's like got like not really too much personality in terms of like what I'm attracted to. And then I guess it became like transactional in a sense where it was like
Ooh.
Mm.
she would be like, "Oh, well, do you like she would try to get my attention just specifically through sex all the time." And it just was like not hot. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, I guess for women, a lot of women don't train that muscle of seduction. So I feel like in marriage, um I want to know like did you have to learn how to seduce Marquise? Or what? Because it's like a lot of women. I feel like even before that relationship, all relationship, pretty much every single sexual relationship I've been in, a lot. I mean, I've had some women that tried; they had to actually do a little work. But I feel like a lot of the impetus is put on men to seduce the woman, and then the woman doesn't do much seducing; she just offers herself, which is fine. But it's like I feel like it's more intimate and more fun when the woman's like doing something other than being having a body. You
And you
know.
know what? I'm glad you said that, Steve. And I'm looking at the camera and I say this. Ladies, it is all right for you to initiate sex. There's nothing wrong with it.
In fact, it's preferred most of the time.
Yes. I mean, because us as guys, of course, we don't mind seducing y'all. We don't mind initiate, but sometimes we want to see y'all initiate because to us as men, it shows us that you want us to still find us attractive and that you're not just trying to have sex, but you are you are putting in. I'm trying to think of the word that I actually saw this.
Initiative.
Yes, you're putting in initiative and you're trying to show that you are in this relationship, not just it's not just, oh, he has to initiate sex. No, sometimes we like it when you initiate sex because men like to feel wanted too, just like women do.
Let me comment on that real quick because it's like when women initiate sex, it doesn't have to be every time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be like every time. It just has to be like frequently enough that the man can feel. Because like men like to feel wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Just like women. Women probably more so, but when like kind of like the language Marquise used was scratching an itch. It's like when you're just scratching the itch, then it's like eventually there's more to it. Like you want the fantasy as well. It's like more than just like the physical. It's like oh, I love this woman and I want to create a sort of a fantasy that kind of not necessarily fantasy, but I want to fantasize about my woman
Mm-hmm.
basically, and if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But
No, it makes sense, and I'm gonna say this as a guy, when I fantasize about my wife, it keeps me wanting her, and it keeps me like longing for her. And when I'm in that space, I don't see any other women. I'm not thinking about any other women because my focus is her. And quite honestly, I know a lot of guys may not feel this way, but she's the only one I want. I only want my wife, and anyone else that's not her, that's not good enough for me.
I was just waiting my turn because I was just listening to this.
No, I mean, I get I get it. I mean, we're just speaking from a guy's point of view. We're not trying to
Oh no, I'm not getting that y'all bashing or anything like that. I'm just like, okay, this is good.
Yeah, because I think a lot of women they have their own ideas about how men think about sex, and you hear a lot of talking heads say that men do this and men want that when it comes to sex, but you actually have to sit and listen to a man, especially particularly your spouse or your significant other, who tells you what they want, tells you how they want it and when they want it. And they're not trying to just say, they're not just telling you this, just to say something, but it's something that they actually like, and there's a reason for it. Just like you want to be pleased, they want to be pleased.
Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
I want to answer Steve's question.
Okay.
So, Steve, I I can't speak for all women. I know me. I have no problem initiating it, but that's just my personality. I'm kind of like a alpha female. I
that's
like to
rare.
be.
That is like rare from all of my experience, like to actually initiate and will be willing to.
Well, but that's my personality too. I'm like low key, like a little alpha female. So, I mean, that's just me. I mean, I'm the one that told Marquise to his face that he was gonna be my boyfriend and my husband and my baby daddy. So
So
you could just only imagine.
so I mean, she did say that, but I'm gonna say this much. I wouldn't say that's an alpha female thing. I think that's just
No. I'm not talking about that part as an alpha female. I'm talking about my personality in relationships. Sometimes could come off as an alpha female.
it can come off. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I just probably need a clarification.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's part of mixture of my personality. Now, some women they like. I don't want to say that they're wired to believe that men are always supposed to initiate it, because it could be certain situations. Like, for example, it could be a woman who in the past relationships she initiated and it was lackluster from the man.
Mm-hmm.
And she probably like, you know what? I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna have him lead because I'm tired. That disappointment fatigue we talked about. Or, maybe she just feel like she shouldn't have to do much. She just want to be. I don't want to say lazy, but she just want to.
Lazy is the word.
Yeah, that's
lazy
okay.
is the word.
And
okay, lazy. That lazy love, right? It could be a number of things. I mean, I don't mind initiating it because like I said, it's my personality. I like to be in control of things sometimes. And then plus, I just like the element of surprising Marquise.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. When my wife when it comes to surprise and intimacy, my wife takes the cake. I'm not gonna divulge too much, but let's just say afterwards, I'm a very happy man.
When I can, because I've just been taking it easy because health stuff.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to like initiating and trying to do extra, you don't do extra like nothing crazy, but you do it in
What
enough.
you mean I don't do nothing crazy?
No, I mean like
I've done some crazy things.
not
Let me be
crazy,
quiet.
crazy in a bad way.
This still a family show. Continue on. I'm
So
sorry.
you don't
I
do
retract my statement.
you don't do nothing that's crazy. Like I'm looking at you like because one we have that communication where you like to do some things and I like to do some things and we have discussed like what do we like in the bedroom. So it's nothing that you can do that you haven't told me that I'm not already privy to. But what I'm saying is also when it comes to surprises and things of that nature, you do it in a the sequence of times that you do it is fine with me. It's not like I'm like, okay, she hasn't done this, in a while. I don't like this, whatever the case may be. When you want to pull out a surprise, you pull out a surprise, which is fine with me. And the amount of, not saying the amount of time in a year, you probably do it a decent amount while I'm not complaining, pretty much. That's what I'm saying.
And then that brings me because I couldn't think of the other example too, Steve. So that's another thing too. Marquise kind of reminded me. Thank you, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason why women probably do not initiate is because they feel like they show their partner these tricks and stuff like that, these surprises, and the relationship goes south. And now you pulled out your bag of tricks, and
That's a good point.
another woman is reaping those benefits now because she on showed him some things because let's be honest, sometimes in intimacy you learn some things. You might
Mm-hmm.
have a partner that might show you something like, oh,
I
I
think,
didn't know.
That one goes both ways though.
but that,
I've
Yeah,
had that
but I'm just
specific feeling
saying,
before.
yeah.
I've been
but
like,
that,
man, I don't know if I should show her that.
Right.
I don't know.
but
If
you
she
know
needs to
what?
know that.
But you know what? When you do stuff like that, that actually could be fun, depending on the type of conversation and communication that you and your significant other have had.
Yeah, but I'm saying in the sense of I could be swinging from a chandelier or whatever, and we don't work out, and you get you a new woman. Now I'll set this standard for you.
Yeah,
You expect her to do it, or maybe you want to be adventurous and swing from a chandelier and stuff like that. Now I'm sitting up here mad because I'm thinking like, dang. I
or
showed him this. Now this woman about to reap the benefits of what I so, and I'm not saying that men don't experience that too, but I'm just saying that's an example that came to me too. Why
Yeah.
women?
you know what that made me think of
What?
that line in Mario's song. How could you forget about me? How could you put him onto the ghetto Kama Sutra?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
that made me
yeah,
think of.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah,
That's why you ain't go. That's why this is called "You Stuck with Me" because baby, I've done some things.
cannot undo what we did
I
in
wasn't
this
talking about
bed.
like that. This is
But
still a family show.
no, but let's be honest. All jokes aside, part of marriage, sex is a part of marriage, and we can't, as a culture and as a people, we can't keep treating it as such a taboo subject. Like
It's
let's.
not a taboo subject. I'm just being funny.
I know
I
you're being
mean,
funny, but I'm just
because
saying you and this fan. No, but
where them fans at?
but as a culture and as a society, for some strange reason, we treat sex like it's so taboo. But the truth of the matter is, that's one of the ways that, as a married couple, that's one of the ways we communicate is through sex. Not just verbal, but it's physical too.
I mean, I agree with that. And again, I'm just doing it for the laughs and jokes. But I think it's such a taboo thing because we've been taught to keep what's in the bedroom in the bedroom. You don't talk about
Mm-hmm.
stuff, which I agree to an extent. I say things have to be, and that's with anything. Things have to be done with tact,
Exactly.
right?
I agree with that.
I'm not just about to come out on here and say, "Oh, Marquise on slang this, no, that." No,
Not
no. There's tact. There's
class.
decorum. You know, that's what I think. Why it's such a taboo topic. And then plus,
I think,
it's that feeling like, oh, I don't know about y'all in my business, but
but you know what? Something else that you made me think of. I think the fact that when people either discuss the things that they like or someone mentions it, people get ostracized. They feel ostracized. They feel they feel embarrassed. And you shouldn't, especially with your significant other, you shouldn't feel embarrassed about what you like in the bedroom. That's I think that's the ultimate judge. You can't judge them.
I mean, I get that, but then I also think too, like my thing about it is people know what you're doing. If let's just say an example, if you're in a heterosexual relationship, man and a woman, and the woman gets pregnant, I mean, the automatic assumption is, oh, y'all did the nasty, and you
Pregnant.
shot up the club,
Yeah.
So, oh, I guess I should say shot up the club. He
He did. He
he
delivered.
he delivered.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure we don't get blocked out for me to say saying that, because it's a sensitive society today. I ain't talking about no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he impregnated her, to say
Yeah.
the least.
But and that goes back to what I was saying. We can't, in this society, we just can't keep treating the topic of sex so taboo. And I think that not only do people feel ostracized, they feel judged when their significant other doesn't, or they look at them funny or just say something that just completely turns them off. And you know what? This brings me into another topic, because I actually heard this on another podcast. And we actually don't do it because we never had that problem, at least in my understanding. But a lot of couples implement like a stoplight uh situation. So you have like red where
Oh,
you
like a
don't want.
safe word.
Yeah, safe words, stoplight type of deal, where red means it's something that they won't do. Yellow is something that they'll think about doing. Green is like, okay, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm not against that, but now we never did that. I'll just tell you straight up, like, stop that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you straight up,
like if you don't,
and vice versa.
yeah, like I'm not feeling it. Let's do this. Let's try this. And
Yeah.
that's another thing I love about being married. You can go out. You can go ahead and do all the wildest things that you want to do with
Oh
one
Lord, I
person.
knew this was coming.
Do that's the beauty.
I knew this was coming.
To be able to have sex with one person and do everything that you want to do. You can.
All the things your man won't do.
I'll do them for
I knew
you.
that was coming.
I'm just saying. That's one of the
Steve,
beautiful.
I'm sorry that you hearing this right now. I bet you feel like the kid who listened to their parents, like, why are they saying this in front of me? This is
No, but that's the truth of the matter.
Oh, we are, girl.
But that's the truth of the matter. You get married, you get to do everything you want with that one person, and it's real special.
if they built like that, because you
I
can
mean,
be in a marriage and it could be like,
Some women just not built like that.
yeah,
I get that, but that's why you got to have conversations and make sure that you're sexually compatible.
yeah, but then also too, we kind of different because we have open communication.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Not everybody has open communication, but in order to get what you want in the bedroom, you got to have open communication. Closed mouths don't get fed. Well, I shouldn't have said that this time.
Well, I mean, does it look like I miss a meal?
Oh God.
Me.
No, why this episode has been funny. We also wanted to make it educational. We wanted to be open.
This is
and honest.
really supposed to be an educational episode, but we don't take nothing serious.
I do want to say, just a little tip to the ladies, based on what Marquise was saying. Don't reveal the whole hand at once. You know
That's
what
a
I'm
good-
saying?
yeah.
You gotta it's okay to say like, okay, have a yellow light here and there. Have a yellow light, have a red light, but maybe that red light turns yellow eventually. Because if you just like, I'm gonna just do all the freakiest things right now, like immediately, then it's like,
But see,
it's not
that's the seduction, right?
that's the seduction. Yeah.
Yeah.
To build up to it. It's like, if you just, no, I'll do whatever you want right now. It's like, I'm a thank you, but at the end of the day,
it kind of takes away from the the delayed gratification.
Yeah.
Because you want, okay, of course you're gonna want sex, and that's fine, but when if you start showing everything up front, it's like, okay, what else is there? But if you show everything, in increments, it builds up and makes you look forward to whatever. If you in the beginning when we started dating, you didn't pull out all the tricks, but as we started dating,
For a long time, I had Marquise think I was a prude.
yeah, she really did.
I really did, because I'm like, I need to see how
you gotta see how this goes.
how this goes.
But look, 9 years later, like I'm a happy man in the bedroom.
9 years later, he's still trying to impregnate me. That says a lot.
Can you blame me?
Anywho, I was getting ready to say two things. First of all, Steve, I agree with you. But I ain't the one to tell you I'm gonna do whatever you like. No, I'm not built up. I'm not set up that way. I'm just not. The women who do that,
More power to
more
them.
proud to them. That's not me. I
And
mm-mm.
for me as your husband, I don't think that I've ever told you about something I like that you looked at me crazy for.
No,
I'm not gonna say I'm very vanilla, but there's some things that I like and some things I'm like,
you got better.
yeah.
You're not vanilla ish.
Now I'm not doing no whips and chains and nothing like that,
I
but
don't like no whips and chains, and you can tie me down. You whip your loving on me, baby. Whip your loving on. See, okay, so
I'm not vanilla, baby.
uh, anyway, so that's number one. Number two, I was getting ready to say before I got distracted with that. Yeah, well, dang, I lost it. But yeah, women who do what say they do whatever a man likes, more power to them. I'm just not that type of one. But I was getting ready to say too. My second thought was the same thing with men. I don't want you to tell me all the things you're gonna do right off back. I like a little surprise here and there, but it depends how you do the surprise, right?
Yeah, because if you just do it, first of all, you just can't up and do it because you might throw your partner for a loop. Like, whoa, wait a minute, I
Right.
wasn't
I
one, I
was
wasn't
I
prepared for that.
wasn't ready.
I wasn't prepared, and
Mm-mm.
number two, I'm not feeling that. So
Yeah.
you thinking that you're gonna pull something out of a trick bag and it goes absolutely haywire, then you're gonna like, okay,
And
you're gonna feel a certain type of way after the fact.
again, that goes what I was saying. When you do things, you gotta have tact. You gotta have strategic. You gotta be strategic
Yeah,
with
I
it.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
there needs to be some level of like
Yeah.
consent's not really the word, but there has to be like a like with certain actions where it's like, okay, I'm not just
Like
gonna surprise you with this.
like an unspoken agreement.
I like it. I like how you put that unspoken agreement.
Yeah. Cause you're not just about you not about to seduce me and all of a sudden you pull out a whole whip, sir. No.
Like, look, we're not doing no 50 Shades of Grey unless that's what you're into. Or let me rephrase that. Don't pull out any 50 Shades of Grey if that's what you're
The
into.
50 Shades of Grey was a different type of thing. But then also too, that brings me to another thing. I feel like and y'all can agree to disagree. I feel like a lot of these books and things that we see on media, they create these fantasies for I'm not just gonna say men or women, but like for both genders. These expectations, like, oh, I'm gonna get me a partner that does all that.
But you know what? On the other hand, it does introduce you to, or it can introduce you to things that you never considered, and you're like, you know what? I would like to try that, and there's nothing wrong with that because like anything else in life, you also got to be educated on sex too.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, let's be honest. Sex is really a disgusting thing if you think about it. We just
It,
engage in it.
I mean, it is.
What? I'm just,
No, no, you're right. You're right.
no, I'm looking at Steve because he started busting up laughing. it
Taylor always speaking the truth.
it is though.
No, but when you no, she's right though. When you break it down to its elements, you like, yeah,
It's a disgusting thing. We just like to engage in it.
that's a fair statement. That's a fair assessment. But I'm saying this. You got to educate yourself on sex. You got to educate yourself on your body, on your partner's body, and you got to know that what works for one person then is not going to work for the next person.
And that's another thing too. And it, I'm gonna be careful with my words because some situations may cause it.
Mm-hmm.
It may cause different situations. If depending on the situation, you can't base what happened on the previous partner.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put that on the new one. And I'm treading lightly with that one because certain situations may call for that. Like if it's like a really bad situation, like sex,
SA,
huh?
SA,
Yeah, like SA and all this other stuff.
grape.
Yeah, yeah, all that. But if you can help it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, try to let go of what your previous partner did.
Or past situations,
Past
if you
situations.
can.
Yeah.
But you know what, and that brings me to something else. But I think it's another topic. There's nothing wrong with talking to a sex therapist or getting some help in the bedroom if need be, if there's something that's going on that you guys are having a hard time with. I'm not against it if we ever need to have that conversation.
But that brings me to a question.
Hmm.
So, you just said speaking to a sex therapist and all this other stuff. What about the conversation with your friends about this?
I would tread lightly because your friends don't need to know. You don't need to give your friends details of what goes on in your bedroom.
I mean, but you have those moments. Men, I'm just saying, men might have those moments like, yeah, she was great, or she could do that. Wop wop 3000.
I mean, I like if
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a fan of that personally. I don't do that.
yeah, I don't
And
do
I
that
don't think
either.
that it's appropriate most of the time just because it's like it's a private sort of deal. It's like, you can say like, oh, the sex was great.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
We
leave
had
it
some
at
good
that.
sex, but it's like you don't need to be like, oh, she did this and that and this and that and the other. So I don't even like when my friends do that and tell them they're the ones telling me. Like I don't want to know, especially because I know your significant other,
Hmm.
and I don't want to see them in that light. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because as a man, it's like I don't want to have like any kind of sexual understanding of your wife or of your girlfriend or of your significant other. It's like I don't. I see them as a friend or as a person just in general, and it's just weird to me to do that.
And you know what else? You gotta be leery of. You gotta be leery of the people you tell that to because next thing you know, they might be trying to send your significant other text message trying to see what that's all about.
That's what I was actually.
Oop.
That's what I was getting at as well. It's
And
like
that happen. And that happens way more often than you think.
it's happened to me. It's happened to me for sure. Like, cause when I was younger, I used to be like, "Yeah, man, she did this and that," and then next thing you know, this nigga's look. I mean, sorry, this next thing you
It's
know,
okay.
this person
It's
is,
okay. It's okay.
hopping down like in DMs, whatever, or it's
Yeah.
like y'all break up temporarily or whatever. Now
Next
it's
thing you
like,
know,
oh, well, I want to
next,
get a taste of that.
yeah.
It's like, nah, I'm good.
So at the end of the day, make sure that you and your significant other have that conversation about what you guys like in the bedroom. Don't tell nobody what specific details about what goes on in the bedroom. Make sure that you two communicate with about the things that you want, the things that you like, the things that you dislike, the things that you're open to, and make sure you keep educating yourself on sex, not just on your partner, but you yourself. Because just like your partner's going to change in the bedroom, you're going to change in the bedroom.
And then also, we promote safe sex.
Yes.
So yeah, just make sure you do that correctly.
Y'all should look. Y'all should have saw. I wish Steve. I wish you recorded that.
That was that's behind the scenes stuff. They gotta follow us on social media to know about that, babe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
But
I,
yeah,
I'm just saying. No, but in all seriousness, if you're having sex and you're not married and you're not ready for kids, make sure that you're using appropriate contraception. Making sure you use condoms if you have a oops. You guys are gonna handle that your own way. But beautiful. What can you take away from this episode?
Marquise is a freak.
After 4 years of marriage and 5 years dating, you're just not figuring it. 9 years dating, you just trying to figure that out.
It ain't just that I figured it out. I feel like I created a monster and I don't know how to stop it.
See, you told me something at the beginning of us dating. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say, but yeah, exactly. And I'm the freak.
Yeah, you are.
Okay,
I'm nice and wholesome. I'm a virgin.
that's major cap.
I'm nice.
Well, you're not lying about that one.
Oh my gosh.
You set yourself up for that one.
No, what I learned from this is I learned more from a guy's perspective on, being pursued.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say my takeaway was that even though I kind of had an understanding, and it actually, you know what, it kind of justified me a little bit because I always used to think, okay, maybe something wrong with me because I like to take initiative. I like to, be the one to make the first move. Because I mean, let's be honest, some women out there they judge other women like me who like kind of aggressive and want to make the first move, stuff like that. Like, girl, why'd you make the first move? Like, if you keep making the first move, he ain't gonna want to do nothing. He gonna be this, that, and the third.
I'm glad you said that. And don't mind if I cut in. When it comes to knowing what your significant other likes in the bedroom, please, please, please do not listen to these talking heads on social media.
Well, I wasn't just talking about like in the bedroom, but in general. Because okay, I'll give this example and then we can, you know. And Marquise laughs at this story. I don't think I ever told you, Steve. So this be a story time, real quick story time for Steve and our listeners out there. When I was working before me and Marquise got together, we was dating, right? I don't forget how long we've been together. I think we had been together a minute because this was like that period before I knew that Marquise was thinking about marriage and stuff like that. That that little weird gray area before y'all know if y'all ready to marriage or whatever like that. I was at work. I FaceTime Marquise on my break. He's laughing because he remembers this story.
Yep.
I said, "Oh, you just have some pretty eyes." He was like, "Oh, thank you." So when I got off the phone, when they was like, "Why is you complimenting that man? Telling me he got pretty eyes?" Like, whatever. I'm like, "Cause he do, and he needs to know." So then, they were just ragging on me. It was all in jest. But I think it was like 3 weeks later, probably 2 or 3 weeks later, I come back with an engagement ring. I said, "You see what happens when you compliment your man? You see what happens when you give him compliments? Men like compliments too."
Talk about it.
So yeah, that reminds me of. So what do y'all takeaways from that?
My takeaway from this episode is this: both sides want to be wanted. Both sides need to initiate, because if you don't, you're not showing. At least in my eyes, you're not showing that you want your significant other enough. Just like you want to be wanted, they want to be wanted too. And there's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with women initiating sex.
Well, I was getting ready to say, or do what's, no pun intended, tailored to your relationship. Because I mean, if the guy wants to continually pursue, then
Well, me personally, I like to chase. So,
Marquise, you like a lot of things. This ain't about.
did you
us.
really just call me by my first name?
Yes, just to piss you off.
And
the comedic timing of that.
And look and see, y'all. She says me nah. Steve, what'd you learn?
I learned that I mean, kind of like what Taylor was saying. Well, I didn't really learn this. I guess I just kind of thought more about it, where it's like, when women pursue men, it's like a treat for them. And then also, I learned that seduction in a relationship is a necessity for intimacy, like real, true intimacy. If you just doing the thing, then it's like it's not really. It's something, but it's not like, I don't think it's gonna like be conducive to a long lasting, healthy relationship if you're just scratching an itch all the time. If it's not with that intimate seduction type, intimacy, then it's not gonna. I don't think that it works. Because I've been in a lot of relationships where it was just scratching an itch, and it's like that gets old real quick. And you get, either she gets tired or you get tired, or vice versa. Or whoever, he and he, or whatever, she and she, both people can get tired a lot more easily if it's just scratching an itch. So, and sex is a big part of relationships, I've learned.
And then also too, I'm glad you said that. Let me look directly in this camera. When anybody does seduction, right? Please do it with intention. Because one thing I hate.
I think I'm guilty of this, but go ahead.
One thing I hate. Don't be trying to start up the car and you can't, and you just stop halfway. No. Continue the process.
Okay, I'm not guilty of this part.
What?
I'm not, because.
Oh, you said you think you guilty of it?
At first, I was like, I'm probably guilty of this, and then you
explain. You need to wait till I finish the sentence before you start. Yeah. Like, don't be I'm sorry, don't be half-assing it too, because no, I'm just saying, if you want that person you to wop 3000, you gotta do wop 3000 type of work.
Talk about it.
Just saying.
Talk about it.
No, you laugh. I'm so serious. If you want them to swing from chandeliers and shower rods, because that's telling how old I am now. Shower rods.
I know. I sat there, thought, wow.
Shower rods. You gotta put in some chandelier and shower rod money. I mean, not money.
Effort.
Just saying. I don't mind initiating, but sometimes you gotta do something too.
Because nobody wants a dead sex partner.
I mean, there's lazy love, but there's a way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
So on that note, beautiful, you want to tell the people where they can find us?
You can find us on. Well, first you can stream this episode and our previous episodes on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and anywhere you stream your favorite shows. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And Bay, you want to drop the handles?
So for Instagram, you can find us at _podcast. That is USTUCKWITME_podcast. You can find the same on Facebook as _podcast, USTUCKWITME_podcast. On TikTok, it's the same thing. You can find me personally on IG at mine_1. That is M1NE_1. Same on all platforms. You can email us at youstuckwithme at gmail.com. That is USTUCKWITME@gmail.com. And you guys can find my beautiful wife.
You can find me on Instagram and in the app formerly known as Twitter under Queen Points. That is PO_NTZ. Again, that is Queen Points, PO_NTZ. And if you want some more behind the scenes footage, again, of me and Steve joking around, having these meaningful talks, and how I just be saying Marquis' name to piss him off sometime, and just do that to him. You can follow me on TikTok under Queen Points 22. Again, you can find me under Queen Points 22. Bae, where can they find you?
I just said where they can find me.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Steve.
I'm still hot and bothered from the singing. Steve, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me at Steve is Black on Instagram and Roots Recordings at Roots Recordings or rootsrecordings.com.
And once again, this is your boy Marquise.
This is your one and only your favorite Taylor.
And this is Steve.
Signing out, y'all. We out.
Hey, you stuck. You stuck with us.
Come back, y'all.
Come back.
Peace out.
Later.
I'm about to go cool off my wife. Come on.
Yeah, I need a cold shower after that.
I got you. Come on.
Oh, Lord.